Back up here at Platte City. We haven't worked up here in a few weeks because of all the rain and mud. It's getting dried out pretty good now, but they're wanting to start planting before long, so we need to try to bust tail and move our logs out from over there. You see Mike walking to them. Finish getting down what we got along this little stretch of creek here, because they're going to put that in corn over there, I'd say for sure, where they beaned it last year. We might have a little more time here in this corn ground if they rotate and put it into beans. But we've got several trees to get out on that side yet. Haven't even cut any of the walnut on this part of the creek, and haven't cut the walnut up in here. So we've got some work to do. Got a real nice 8360 John Deere right there. Holding the old anhydrous cart. So we're kicked down. I'm going to try to move the skidder over here tomorrow, because we'll have to have the skidder for a lot of this remains. I can't believe we did as much as we did here with just the skid steer. So I'll get in here. We're fired up and warming up. Already got 77 hours on this old beast. Hard to believe. And then let's go get some logs out. I don't normally like using the skid steer as a log skidder. It's one thing to do it in open areas, but to actually take it in the timber, I don't like to do it. And I try not to, but sometimes you just have to get a job done. And well, these things got to earn their keep too. The reason why we don't have the skidder here yet is we just brought the skid steer on over today. We were close to where we were working yesterday. And I've had these trees cut for about probably 3 weeks to a month. And what we did, some of them were kind of hung up back here, so we pulled them down with the skid steer and just pulled them up to that central location and bucked them. Now I will have the skidder over here this weekend to finish the job up, but like I said, they're going to get to planting before long. They're ready to start working around putting fertilizer down for corn. So we need to move on things, so that's why we're kind of using the skid steer as a off-road vehicle today. And there's the problem you got to worry about with these long logs. Hitting some of these small trees and stuff that can kind of throw your log set off the forks. Come on now. Outside here. Yeah, so our main objective today was to get all these walnut over here, because like I said, the anhydrous tanks are out there. They're going to be ready to go here before long with the plant, and it's dry enough for us to get around. And here in a second, we're going to go over here on the other side of this little ditch and start cutting these trees. And once we get these down along the row crop fields here, it's not going to be such a big deal, because the rest of it we can go through the timber to kind of get around and get them with the skidder. But I want to leave the skidder over at Buckner until at least till the end of the day tomorrow, when they're finished hauling logs out over there, the oak and pallet. What a shot, what a shot. And really, if you go through here the first time, just kind of use your forks and a chainsaw, cut stuff back, clear your roads out. It's not too bad, but I don't want to make a habit out of it. I like trying to keep the skid steers nice. I don't like to scratch, I mean, even so far as scratching the decals. And that's usually what you do when you come in places like this. I'm pretty particular about how my machines and my equipment and all my stuff looks. I like to try keeping it as nice as can be. Even the older stuff, we like trying to keep the appearance good on it. and take care of it. Just trying to ease them out there. And this one here. Let's use this little tree over here to bump this log back. There we go. Maybe if we can do it. Doesn't look like we are. Come on now. Nope. I wanted to curl these forks back. Yeah, I think we can get them just like that. A lot of times I'll try to kind of pyramid them up to where I can take 3 out at a time. Like I said, we're going to use this tree over here to kind of push that front log in. Now that one's too long. It can be a booger at times. There we go. Away we go. Versatility is key. I think it's extremely essential to the survival of companies. We're going to go out this way. These logs are a little longer, so we're going to cut through here. Pretty good road right through there. Probably the way we ought to be going the whole time. And later in the day, I'll pack all these logs out to a hard deck once we kind of get that established where we want to set them. But right now, I just want to get them out of the timber. That's my main focus right now. A little bit of role reversal here. I took over cutting. Kenny's running the cat, packing the logs. We just had a few. There was 5 trees down here, and there's actually one more left. And it's not real big, and I'm pretty sure it's not very good. That last tree I cut, I had to cut about 4 foot off of it, right next to it. It's got a bad spot down there at the stump of it where it looks like some wildlife's been going up in the stump. Then about 18-20 feet up, there's another bad spot. So we're just gonna leave it. Before the day's up, we definitely want to come back and get this little debris here cleaned up out of the field, which this in here they don't even farm, just because the way it lays, kind of an odd little corner piece here. But you can see this is just barren ground until they get out here. But still, we want to clean it up, leave it looking the best we can, even though there's just some little odds and end pieces in here. That big stuff, we've got it pushed back in the brush pretty good. Mike, what are you doing? We're not going to cut it. Looks like there's some pretty good trees on the neighbor down the creek here. It's not too far. I mean, it's a quarter mile of the Platte River. I can see the Platte River from here, you know, the trees along the river. It loops actually along the back side of the property here. Now this piece over here is a different property owner. It shoots straight across the Platte, but the property we're cutting runs straight east of the Platte as well. And up in here there's several walnut on this hillside here, but most of it we will need the skidder to get a lot of those. We can get a few of them with the skid steer, but we'll have to have the log skidder for the majority of them. Seeing a lot more of those tractors nowadays, seems like. Talked to the farmer just a bit ago. He said he's gonna try to put some anhydrous in the ground tomorrow on this bean ground. We should be pretty safe on this old corn stuff though. Turned out to be a pretty good little pile of logs. The wind's really picked up. It's almost 3 o'clock. It's been blowing all day, but it's really been blowing. We were going to try to cut a few more, and I still have plans on it. Kenny went back to Stockton tonight. His boys got a track meet there at Stockton. He's going back to watch his boy run. I guess he's a fast little devil. I don't know. I don't keep up with him. Get that in there. But yeah, that's a pretty good little group of walnut. He's down here. He just unhooked the trailer. It's taken the better part of 2 hours to pack all these logs, maybe 2.5. Still not done. I wanted to pack them way up here, that way we'd be for sure to get them out of the way out of these crop fields. Taking care of the farmer, my clients, that's my first priority. We've cleaned back all the brush and debris from the fields and packed all the logs out. I've tried, just like this over here, I've tried running the tracks through these old ruts, kind of work them down, just to try to make it all look good. Should be about 2 more packs up there, and we'll have all these that we've got out today. And then I think we're going to try to cut some on this hillside right over here. Little zoom in there, focus. Try to get a few of them on the ground. Mike was asking me, he said, how did you ever get along before you had a skid steer? I didn't really have a good answer for that. I said, we just did, I guess. Now I've got the throttle turned all the way up on the Cat, and when you use the accelerator pedal, what it does is it idles it down, or detunes it. I don't think detunes it's the right word, but idles it down anyway. We're just gonna make 2 packs of this. Well, Mike was bucking these. Mike didn't get these all bucked up. Way to get one on you. Didn't get that bucked up all the way. Let's just see if we can make 1 trip out of these. Or we can find something else to do. Push that together. Easy. Maybe. Everything's maybe. Now, let's see if we can fork them all. We cannot. We cannot. Let's try it again. First, you don't succeed. Try again. Got him that time. Let's take him up to the deck. Kenny just called me a second ago and reminded me that I still had 9 logs on this lower end down here I hadn't packed out. He actually told me just to call to remind me to make sure I remembered them, and lo and behold, I'd forgot about them. So I'm going to send Mike over there to get those. It's a pretty long pack because they're way down here at the lower end on the other side. And I think I've already got them piled where he can pack them. They're in 3s. So while he's doing that, we're going to take a walk down the creek here. See if we see anything interesting. Because this morning, I thought I seen some things that looked interesting down through there. Some pretty good trees. Speaking of pretty good trees, how in the world did we miss that? My gosh. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That would be why we missed that. Sure looked good from this side, though. Sure did. Mike's getting a log count. I'm not for sure what we got out as far as logs go. Pretty good little bunch. I hope there's 4,000 feet there or so. Some of them are small, so it'll take a few more of those to make up the footage unlike yesterday's job, where we had big logs that got that footage fast, but that's still a pretty good set of logs there. Well, we're gonna head her in tomorrow. We'll be back, and things look good down the creek. Things look good on this job, still yet to go, so we'll get the skidder over here and we'll get it up in the hills, down on the deeper part of the other creek over here, and get some of these better trees out. How many, Mike? 84. I was hoping we'd break 100, but 84. Let's head in. Guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.